Today is a beautiful sunny day. When we think of this, we are in a definite state of mind. Being in touch with the present also enhances our focus beyond the surface level. Today is a beautiful sunny day. Since I am in the present, I can feel the sun positively impacting this beautiful day, but if I were not here, I would not notice the value of the sun. To validate that the sun is beautiful here, we must first use our eyes in the moment. Secondly, we must access our other senses to help determine the environment around us. If someone is unable to see but is present in the moment, can still feel the sunny, beautiful day. For example, an old man sits out on the street holding a sign saying, "Please, I ask for alms, I am blind." Anyone who passes him does not notice the sign. A few moments later, he hears footsteps approaching him. A young gentleman kneels down and writes, "Today is a beautiful day, but I cannot see it." Then all of a sudden, people who walked by started donating alms. The new sentence written strongly captured attention as it resembled compassion from afar. The young gentleman who wrote the phrase knew exactly what words grasped the eyes. We have beautiful eyes to see the blue sky and the white clouds today. These eyes can help us see all kinds of things in this world. Our bodies possess valuable properties, such as our eyes to see, hands and feet to feel, lungs to breathe, and heart to live. Take a moment and appreciate the inheritance in which we have the condition to be happy. Gautama Buddha said, "Let's come back to acknowledge your inheritance on mindfulness of the body. Look at your appearance, the majestic, the move, and the attitude that determines the mindfulness of the body. Now, return to your own body, identifying it as it is and honoring it as it is. Don't observe the body in the mood that you are in. Concentrate on the movement and gestures of the body and mindfulness. Practice this regularly and you will find happiness right away. When happiness comes to the body, the mind follows too. Together, the body and mind worked powerfully to defeat any sufferings along the way. When the body enters the second realm of mindfulness and sensation, it contains feelings and emotions. For example, when we are standing in the cold weather, we feel ourselves trembling and shivering because of the cold entering our skin. This is called mindfulness of feeling, and in turn, the cold makes your body ache. The uncomfortable and unpleasant feeling of frustration is called the mindfulness of emotions. Another example is when we are sitting down to wait for a friend to come. The feeling is exciting and fun. But when we are waiting for longer than anticipated, we become annoyed and frustrated. This feeling turns into emotions. So the boundaries between feeling and emotions are very fragile. We must learn how to keep the feelings separated from the emotions in order to not become spiteful in any situation. Do not impose knowledge on it. See reality as it is and feel it as it is. This is how we separate reality from the attitude we reflect on. The right boundary will be an opportunity for you to find happiness. Every day, we experience so many emotions like happy, sad, angry, or scary. These feelings invade our mind and remain there for a while. If we continue to think negatively, our thoughts will carry on and flow like a river. There are 3 different levels of feelings. Lạc Thọ, which is pleasure. Khổ Thọ, which is unpleasure. Xả Thọ, which is neutral. The first, Lạc Thọ, is described as receiving a compliment and the feeling you have is happy. That is called pleasure. The second, ka tha, is described as stepping on a thorn. The feeling of pain and suffering, of discomfort, is unpleasant. Lastly, sa tha is compared to a comfortable state of mind, peace and mediocrity, pleasure nor unpleasant. That is called neutral. Life has so much sadness and joy, ups and downs in the blissful and unpleasant sensational moments. When we are praised, we gladly accept it. When we are criticized, we undergo many effects of unpleasant feelings and sufferings that come and go, in which it never stops. We call that the 3 sunsets and 7 floats. Gautama Buddha teaches us how to control and manage the feelings we experience daily. First, identify it as it is. Second, do not allow judgment, anger, criticism, if any, to create an attitude that will deform right away. In short, suffering or happiness is due to our mind. The third section of body and soul is mindfulness of mind or awareness of mind. According to Buddhism, humans have 5 different matters. Sắc, which is form. Tha, which is feeling and emotions. Tưởng, which is perception. Hành, which is mental formation. Thức, which is consciousness. These 5 aggregates are also known as a group that contains many elements and cannot be separated. These aggregated feelings are thoughts that are a huge part of the mind. Sounds and images that pass through the senses are always in the memory. That image is called a delusional or imaginary image. If the image is set by the senses with a favorite memory, then the image is much more beautiful than reality. Vice versa. If the image is evolved by the senses of the ego, negative thoughts will occur and the image will worsen than the reality. Images that pass through consciousness depend on the feelings of desire or opposing that image will be changed. To not remain intact as reality, this is called perception. Human imagination can become so rich that sometimes painting a story is not like how they imagine it. Look back in the past. It is not known how many people suffer because of not real of that rich image. That does not mean the perception is evil. The entire human culture is made up of imagination. The power of human creativity is created by the world today. Sometimes, the imagination may go too far to overcome the control of morality, in which it has brought human suffering and destruction. We should use mindfulness to control the external environment through the 5 senses of vision, hearing, tasting, senses, and touch, to understand the value of what we put into our conscience. We should also eliminate what no longer brings us happiness and peace. Using mindfulness to look back on yourself is the basic of a living person. Let's use yourself as an example. First, look at your body, feelings, and mind. You should know how to lead your touch, emotions, and thoughts in the right direction. Words or action without certainty will lead to self-destruction. To achieve a peaceful and happy life, it must first come to your mind. When you conquer true happiness, then the mind of desire opposes no more. From here, you can see anything. Any object is lovely and pitiful. Gautama Buddha was the smartest psychologist for the past 2,500 years. His teachings about the human mind helped people understand themselves better and discover that there is a possibility to defeat all sufferings.